Do not light that candle unless you want a lot of weird shit to go down. We are diving in tonight on Popcorn and Root Beer into one of the strangest Disney movies of all time, Hocus Pocus. And we are joined by a very special guest. I am very excited to get into it. Let's get to it.
Grab your popcorn, dim the lights. It's movie time, we're taking flight. From the silver screen to your earbuds here, we're diving deep, so lend your ear. Action, drama, comedy, gold. Stories fresh and classics old. We'll break it down, scene by scene, from indie gems to Hollywood dreams. Roll the credits, let's begin. Talking movies, where do we fit in? Heroes, villains, twists and turns. The love for cinema always burns. Roll the credits, it's time to see what makes the movies magic for you and me.
Hello, you. Wonderful. Hello, you. And now you go.
Hocus Pocus.
Into the night time.
They love to fly. And it shows.
Good night. Sleep tight. No screaming.
Oh, man. How exciting. And everyone get in the right positions. My name is Steve. I am your host tonight for Popcorn and Root Beer. Anyone who's been here before knows me, and they know the guy over on, well, it's this side of me, but I have my screen mirrored, so that looks like I pointed wrong. Jake Parry, what's going on?
Oh, I'm living the dream. I'm happy that you pointed the right way for once. I also appreciate how you implied in the intro that everybody watching us is a virgin.
I mean, if you're watching us, that's not a great start for you, I don't think. If
I'm
you're
just
watching
saying.
us talk about children's movies, I don't know if you're doing great.
If you're telling everybody to not light the candle, I'm
You
just
never know.
saying.
You never know. There's a lot of liars out there. But one person who I know is not a liar. He's a big business, light ranchin' son of a bitch. Eric Romoff, one of my fellow co-hosts over on the In Between Fantasy Football pod. Congratulations on sitting through your first ever greatest intro song of any podcast on the internet. How was it?
Oh, look, another glorious podcast song. Makes me sick.
Oh,
Excited to be here tonight, boys. Excited to be breaking down some Hocus Pocus as we inch further into spooky season.
We are in like the heart of spooky season right now, and I am so excited. I am a big Halloween guy, as you guys know. I am obsessed with the holiday, and I'm obsessed with this movie. I kind of stomped my feet and pounded my fists until we agreed to watch it. I basically strong-armed my way into it. Trash decided not going to be a part of this, so it's a sausage fest here tonight. Eric, scale of 1 to 10, how was that intro though?
I think that thing goes all the way up to 11. I do not think that you are being hyperbolic when you say it is the greatest podcast intro of all time.
I think
I
is.
was standing up, rocking out.
Yeah.
I just barely made it back into my chair by the time the music cut in.
Yeah, no, I think it's better. I think Seth needs to take some lessons on the fantasy football one. But like you said, we are doing a Hocus Pocus rewatch, and for the rest of this show, our three friends will be hanging out at the bottom down there with us. Guys, real quick, which one of the Sanderson sisters do you identify with most?
Honestly, probably Sarah.
Sure.
Just kind of quirky, there for the ride.
Yeah. Okay. Eric?
I think I'm a Mary. Always been in the husky jeans department, generally a pot stirrer, right?
Okay.
Definitely have a lot of similar energies with old Mary.
You know what? I will take Winifred as my spiritual animal because I am also an oldest sibling. I am an oldest sibling, and that just does something to you. Like, a lot of her actions are justified in this movie, I feel like, and I get it. quick recap of this movie for anyone who hasn't seen it. This is a movie set in the 1990s, Salem, Massachusetts. Basically, 3 witches who are killed 300 years to the day resurrect after a rambunctious teen, his 8-year-old sister, and the girl that he kind of wants to bang, lights a candle.
Kinda.
Well, he doesn't explicitly say it. So he lights a candle and they come back to life. We're going to get more into the candle bit, but I want to give a little bit of history on this movie because it kind of has a wild one. And this is like my own version of half-ass internet research. This whole show is brought to you by the Rewatchables. They don't know it yet, but it is. They inspired me. Bill Simmons, my guy, love his podcast, love everything he's got going on over there. So Hocus Pocus started. Mick Garris, I'm sorry, went to Disney, sold the script in 1984. All right. And it was a much scarier movie. All the protagonists were 12 originally. So this was supposed to be a bunch of 12-year-olds. Rewrites happened. The film got shelved. In 1992, Bette Midler weirdly becomes enamored with the script, signs on, and the movie is immediately greenlit. The original Winifred was Cloris Leachman, which is strange to think of. And Bette Midler is quoted as saying, Hocus Pocus was the most fun I'd had in my career up until that point. I think that shows. Max, weird little casting history, was originally auditioned for by Leonardo DiCaprio, who was too busy doing What's Eating Gilbert Grape to film the movie.
I mean,
otherwise would have signed on.
He made the right choice.
Imagine Leo DiCaprio's filmography having Hocus Pocus in it, as well as a lot of his other stuff. And I will claim this as a hometown movie. It was filmed 25, 30 minutes from my house in Salem, Massachusetts. All the daytime scenes took place in Salem. A lot of it took place in Burbank, but they did a lot of shooting down in Salem. So kind of neat history there. We can thank Bette Midler, it seems, for the existence of this movie. Guys, overall, what are your feelings? Like, just walking out of this movie, did you guys, first off, the only person who was old enough to see it in theaters, I think, was Eric.
Incorrect.
You didn't see it in theaters?
No, I think I was 4 years old when it came out.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay, so none of us were old enough to see it in theater, so none of us had the theater experience. Do you remember, like, did you watch it as a kid growing up?
I remember it being on as a kid.
Yep.
I've absolutely watched it more as an adult than I ever did as a child.
Yeah, absolutely, right. And you know what? All right, we're just going to dive right into it because we got to get to this. Like, we got to kind of address the elephant in the room. This is a weirdly fucked up movie for a kid's movie. Right?
Like, how many Disney movies talk about virgins, boobs?
Not boobs, yabos.
Yabos. They're
Yabos,
boobs. We know they're boobs. There's teenagers sleeping in bed together. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Wildly neglectful parenting going on in this movie. We need to talk about this, Jake, because you and I really take a running list of bad parents. Like,
we do.
Have they reached Ethan Hawke's sinister level of bad parenting?
I'm going to say no, simply because the last like 7 hours of the day that we see in the movie probably don't happen without the spell that Bette Midler's character puts on the parents all day.
All right, this is an unanswerable question, but do you think the parents, if they had come home, would be upset that Max had Allison in bed sleeping?
100%.
Fully clothed, by the way.
100%.
Eric, you have children.
I do have children. I don't need to pause to think about that answer. I don't know if they would be upset. I feel like there would be like some kind of 90s attaboy type of energy from those parents.
I feel like it'd only be weird because wasn't Danny's bed also in the same room?
That house made no sense. What the hell did those people do for a living that was the house they owned?
Well, they moved from LA
and, like,
to
the weird
Salem.
stairs that he had in his room, right?
Yeah.
Like, where did that go? Did that go up to Danny's room?
No, it went up to the lookout tower. It was like an
Yeah.
old. So we are a
To the
sea town, right?
lighthouse, the top of
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
house.
So
Yep.
all right. So for those of you who don't know, because you're not from the area, right? So Salem is on the water, and it was like a port. So it was for not widows, but like wives. A lot of houses are built with what are called like widow watches, um, and they go up and would stare out at the sea, waiting for their husbands to return.
That
So
makes
I think
sense.
that's what that's supposed to be.
So
Um,
basically a lighthouse, just
yeah,
without the
basically
light.
a lighthouse without a light. So,
Sick.
yeah. So Eric, you have boys, right?
2 of them.
All right, you come home. Your 17-year-old who's supposed to be watching his little sister or little brother, I guess we'll call it, whatever. You come home, he's zonked with a girl in his bed. Are you more upset about the girl in his bed or the fact that he resurrected 300-year-old witches?
Oh, it's absolutely the witches, right? Like, I mean, if we're talking about a 17-year-old, I'm largely under the assumption that things along those lines are probably happening anyways, right? But it's not every day that you come back home and there is essentially a possession of 3 witches that are trying to steal the souls and youth of the children in my town, right?
So how long do you ground them for? Like, what's the punishment for that? We're not parents, so we don't know. Like, Jake has dogs and I have nothing.
So in the year of our Lord 2025, a lot of grounding has to do with things being unplugged, right? Less
No
screen
iPad.
time, less
Yeah.
autonomy, right? No iPad. So we're probably talking weeks, not days, is probably the rough range. The thing that's tough about it is the iPad is just as much of a relief for the parents as it is something enjoyable for the kids, right? You just
Yeah.
chuck this their direction and you can go live your life for a little while. So we would probably fold after maybe 48 hours.
Okay, so 48 hours. Now, are you more mad that they resurrected the witches or that you got caught in a weird dancing spell and had to dance all night because of
No,
their actions?
it's the witches. I'm dancing all night either way. Like,
Okay, all right.
that's my night, whether or not the sisters came back to life that night.
I was gonna say
Alright.
they seem pretty happy that they got to party the way they did in LA in
Yeah.
Salem.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
really like
legendary.
they came out of that spell and were like, "Oh, yeah!" Like they didn't give 2 fucks about what had just happened. Like not like
No.
that was weird, right? They were like, "Oh, tired
Yeah.
now."
If it was not
Crazy.
a Disney movie, I would have fully expected a line like, "All right, who dropped Molly in the punch?"
Like literally,
Exactly.
like that was a great. Let's talk about how crazy this movie starts, right? Because this is a children's movie. It starts immediately with child abduction, then child
Correct.
murder, then the mutilation of another child, and then 3 people get hanged.
In
All
the
within the
first
first
5 minutes.
Yeah, literally like 5 to 10 minutes. That's all that goes down.
Yeah. I'm
Like-
pretty sure that's how it was. I'm pretty sure that's how real life was in Salem 300 years ago, right? Like
Just
that was actually a
wild.
pretty
This was-
accurate depiction.
Technically, this was pre-witch trials. If you look at the actual death date that they have, it was about 6 months before the Salem witch trials.
You think that kicked
Of
it
course.
off? Do you think canonically this kicked off the Salem witch trials?
I don't think it would have taken 6
Oh.
months for them to start. I think this was pretty obvious.
But do you think like the town had to get together? Because like you can't just start like the witch trials like that fast. Do you think they killed the Sanderson sisters and were like, wait a minute, a lot of weird fucking shit's been going on around this town?
Well, I mean, like
Like-
everybody knew they were witches. Like when the flames were coming out of the chimney.
Yeah, purple smoke in
Yeah,
the
they, like,
in the
knew it
shadowy
was
part of the
Second
witches.
forest.
purple smoke is coming out of my neighbor's house. Like
Yeah.
pitchforks and
It's
torches
done.
are lit. Like we're
Yeah.
showing up.
Just
gonna see a
start
lot more
start
smoke coming
roping
out
up
of that
the
house.
hang knots. It's hanging
Yeah.
time.
So that kicks off the movie and it only devolves from there. So we're gonna dive right into the categories here because there's a lot to talk about. Let's start with the wow that aged poorly moment, awkward relics of another time, and I'm just gonna throw it out there because we've referenced it a few times. There's a lot of virgin talk in this movie, considering one of the characters is 8 years old,
Yeah.
and she knows
Bigly.
what it means. That's the other really strange
Yep.
thing. Like he's like, what just happened? And Danny stands up, this 8-year-old, and goes, a virgin lit a candle. Also, why is Max like when he's about to light it, like he's reading the little like placard and he's like, oh, it can only be summoned when lit by a virgin. And he's like all proud of this at like 17 years old, which like, listen,
Right.
I'm not shaming anyone who like doesn't have sex before 17 years old, but I don't know any 17-year-olds who like realistically are like, haha, look at me. I can light
Take
the
pride
black
in this,
flame.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. No,
Yeah.
I'd be
They're
like, I
lying.
can't light it, Danny. You got to do it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
be lying, right? Like they'd be like, "Oh, I'm 5 years too late for
Or
that."
faking it out, right? Like, oh, the damn thing won't light, right?
Yeah, right. Like this.
Now,
Lighter's not working.
I do want to give a
Crazy.
little love. I want to give a little bit of love to Max. He might have does. This is not a category, but I need to know if this is. I should have put it in unanswerable, like my rapid fire questions for later. Does he have the coolest way to light a lighter of all time, or is it the least cool way to light a lighter of all time?
I'm gonna say least cool. I feel like that was pretty standard issue.
Yeah.
Like people
The
knew their way
leg?
around Zippos in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Off the
that was-
Jones. Off
oh
the
yeah,
acid wash.
that was
yeah.
that's basic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
you
I've never used a Zippo lighter ever. So
This is also a relic of a foregone
Yeah.
time. I feel like Zippos are not they don't have the same cachet and clout that they
No.
did.
no, I
when-
think
when
Nobody
I was
that's
cares.
coming up.
Everybody just goes and buys the $1 Bic lighters because you know you're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
do you think this movie helped or hurt Zippo's sales?
I mean, at the time, nobody watched it, so I don't think
Yeah.
it really impacted it at all.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
mean, this was definitely like paid product placement for Zippo, right?
100%.
Like they absolutely spent a good amount of money to have this 17-year-old proud virgin light the candle with their lighter.
But this
So
was also the
proud.
era when like Zippos were like, I don't know if Bic lighters were out yet. Like Zippos were just kind of what everybody had.
I'm
thinking, like,
pretty
early
sure
90s.
they were out. I remember Bics being a thing at gas stations, but Zippos were like the holy grail. Like when you were trying to get into some like 90s
yeah.
level mischief and like your buddy showed up with his dad's Zippo, it's like we're gonna set some shit on fire.
Your buddy shows up
Let's
with
go.
a Zippo, with a Zippo and a Playboy, and you know you're in for a night.
100%.
Yeah.
You're in for a better night than those parents dancing their asses off for the whole fucking night.
Yep, I was wrong. Bic lighters came out in 1973.
Eric, do you
Hey,
remember your
yo.
first lighter? Was it a Zippo?
No, but I did used to collect Bics around the time that I was 15 or 16 years old.
Okay.
I was
Alright.
I was really shitty about it too. Now like all the different varieties of Bics are kind of like lame and played out. But there was a time where it was like a pretty limited rotation, and like anytime, I don't know, I was hypothetically sitting in a circle and there was a cool one being passed around for one reason or another, I would like slide in my basic green Bic and pocket this cool one.
Oh wow. All right. Thievery. All right. What do you guys got for your that aged poorly moments?
Yeah, you said it. Just the fact that Disney got away with making a movie again that is about child abduction, murder, not having sex, and boobs in
And mutilation of
1993.
children. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, Thackeray, which is the worst name ever, right? Like, let's just pour one out for all the Zacharys out there. who
Donald Duck ass way to say Zachary.
Yeah, like real that yeah, that was,
Thackeray.
yeah, Thackeray Banks. That dude went through it. 300 years as a cat.
Right?
That sucks.
And he didn't even have like I
Wasn't
think
even a
it's
house
one
cat.
thing if your soul and identity gets trapped inside of a witch's cat and you're just now like riding sidecar while they do witch shit, like
Yeah.
cool, whatever, right? But like literally just like in solitude kicking it around this house waiting for some like meddling
Just
kids
waiting.
to show up.
Yeah. All right.
Come on.
Another thing that I do not believe that no one else ever lit that candle.
Right?
Well, it was a museum, so they probably weren't like people weren't allowed to like.
Oh,
light
by the
it.
way, yeah, how about the fact that the candle is made from the fat of a hangman? This is a weirdly dark movie.
Right?
I can't get past that. I can't get past how dark this movie is. Yeah. All right, Eric, do you have a different that age poorly moment, or are you kind of like virgins and child murder?
No, that's number one with a bullet, right? Like I had a couple things jotted down.
Let's hear 'em.
The horrific CGI on Thackeray the talking cat, like just
Yeah.
entirely unnecessary choice. And it was like borderline uncanny valley, where I just like on the
It's very
rewatch, I was
strange.
like kind of couldn't look directly at it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're gonna trap a human's soul into a cat, like give him like telepathic powers, so like he can just be talking to these people
I
without the
I
weird
I
CGI mouth.
I feel bad on some level for Banks, but at the same time, this man never once tried to be a house cat. In 300 years, you just sat around that old dusty place. And like, he's like, I waited all this time for someone to light this cat. And do fucking what, dude?
For
You're a
what?
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what
Do
the
you
fuck are you
warn
going to do
them?
about it?
Yeah.
Like, and you're a talking cat. And you're like, after he lights it, you're like, hey, way to fuck up. Like, you didn't want to get a head start on that and jump up and
Yeah.
be like, hey, hi, I'm Thackeray Banks, the speaking cat. Don't light that candle because bad things
Yeah.
will happen. He's the villain of this
Not
movie.
the least of the bad things that will happen is that this chick that you're crushing on is gonna know that you're a lame ass virgin right off the rip.
Yeah, because
Right?
she's
Like,
not. She's not,
no,
right?
she
Like,
absolutely is not. And like,
she's
I
absolutely
think
not.
I think part of the will they won't they appeal to Max for Allison is like, oh, he's this like cool California guy, right? Like he's different from the dudes around Salem, and it's like immediately he's like, I
Virgin.
suck. I have no experience.
Yeah, I have
Big
no
time
game.
virgin.
No game at all. Like, all right, so let's talk. I'm just going to talk about the beginning of this movie because we talked about the very beginning. There is a solid 15 minutes after the very opening that is unwatchable of this movie, I think.
Yeah, it
Personally,
just
I
shouldn't
think
be there.
it shouldn't
Yeah.
be there. Everything from the classroom up
The classroom scenes are
where they
horrific.
meet Allison and are like, and Danny's like, Max likes your yabos. I would have handed her over to the witches immediately.
Right?
I literally would have been
Yeah.
like, you know what? Just for that, you can have her.
See, like I don't hate the classroom
The classroom's
scene.
fine.
It like sets some precedent that he doesn't necessarily like believe in this stuff. Like that's fine. But then like when he goes to the graveyard and just gets robbed, like and the
Immediately
entire
robbed.
purpose of that was
Yeah.
just to set up the joke of him stealing the shoes back later when the guy's in the cage.
Those two are the most unnecessary. Like that was budget that didn't have to be spent. Those two characters didn't have to. But isn't it such a 90s thing? Like I think that might be the most 90s thing about this movie of you're from out of town. We don't
Give me
like
your
that.
shoes.
Yeah, give me your
Yeah.
shoes.
I've got my nickname shaved into my head.
Yeah, Ice.
That was
I
that
love
was
that.
funny.
Come
I'm
on,
not
Ice.
gonna
I love
lie.
it.
That one gave me a
Yeah,
chuckle.
it's a
Those
choice.
two are such like it's so funny because they're such losers, but that just shows like where he is on the totem pole. Like Allison is never going for this dude. In any
No.
other circumstance, she like you went to the same school, dude, and she didn't even give you the time of day
Right.
up until you faced off against a supernatural.
To be fair,
force.
he was only there for a week.
Is
And-
Max cool enough to pull this though? Like,
I
I
mean,
think so.
so he's got the California thing working, right? Like even if it's not actually a strength of his, right? Like you're from a small town, new guy shows up from the big city or from some far-flung location. There's like intrigue, right?
you know what? I will
And-
say this. That's true.
My guy shot a shot, right? Like
did.
as he's getting
We
dunked
gotta
on
give
in
him
this
credit for
class,
that.
immediately goes for it, right?
He did.
Like
He did.
I think that like that's
Some Riz.
foundational
That's
level
Riz
shit.
right there.
I guess
Yeah.
that is kind of Riz, right? Like, because the worst you could say was no, right? Like he'd already been
Yeah.
robbed. What else was she gonna do to him? He's already humiliated.
Exactly.
I will say, as someone who was once the new kid, there is an intrigue. I kissed my first girl, weirdly enough,
Right.
because like I was the new kid, she was the new kid. She was from England, she was British. So my first kiss was with a British girl. She has
Shout
since
out.
died, which is unfortunate.
R.I.P.
But yeah, that's a weird bit of lore. Yeah,
Maybe if you
I know.
light the black flame candle, she comes back to life.
I don't think it would work with me anymore.
Only way to find out, Max.
Do you think the gays still count? You think we get to light it forever?
Ooh. Oh, is there a loophole? Is there a loophole?
Oh man, that'd be so fucked up.
Shit.
If there's one way to get a loophole out of like witchcraft, being gay might be the way.
That must be it, right? Because it's all like based in that, right? Like it's always been connected, like queerness and
100%.
witchcraft. All right. What aged well? What like got better with age as this movie went on?
So the way you write this question on our show sheet is lands way harder now than it did on the first watch.
Yeah.
I would be lying if I said I didn't tear up a little bit when I realized that Binks dies on his sister's grave.
Okay.
That
All
got me a
right.
little bit. That hit way harder on a rewatch than it did in the last 15 years since I've watched this movie.
Okay. Eric, did anything hit you in the feels?
I'm probably going to be a bit of a basic bitch with my answer here. It's Winifred singing "I Put a Spell on You."
That's mine
Like,
too. So we're right there.
That was
We're in
number 2
lockstep.
for me. That was my answer
yeah,
until Binks
it's
died.
just it's such an iconic moment, right? And I think thinking through the prompt, certainly not something that landed and resonated with me when I watched this
Right.
as a Ute. And now going back, like
It's the scene you
when
look
that
forward to
scene comes
most.
up, like everyone in my house better shut the fuck up because I want to watch every second of this.
I was on a plane when I watched this, and so I was just rewinding it and rewinding it, and I was like, go back, go back, go back, and
Right.
I'm like sitting there just like bopping out to this song. It's the best version of that song. No disrespect to Jay Hawkins, who originally wrote it, but
Right.
this is far and away better. Spotify. This moment is brought to you by Spotify. Why the fuck is this version not on your platform?
I think that has nothing to do with Spotify entirely. I think this is a Disney problem of them not recognizing that they should put it on Spotify.
So Disney uploaded her version of she did another song in the second one. It was by Blondie. And did not upload, like there's no I Put a Spell on You, and it's very infuriating.
Yeah.
So why would they do that?
What up, Disney? What we doing?
Yeah, Disney,
Yeah.
what's good?
Hey, Disney, you can make money off this. It's kind of your thing, right?
Yeah, for real. Like, I'll pay extra. I'll get Spotify Premium Plus or whatever the Christ if it just comes with that. Like, it's that is the best scene. I gotta tell you, it drives me crazy though. Like, it also contains one of my least favorite tropes in all of movie history, where kid says to parent, "This thing has gone horribly wrong. Bad thing happening in life." And the parents inevitably go, "Oh, it's just Halloween, or it's just your imagination, or funny joke."
Throwing back to things that age poorly, when Danny says it to their mom and she just goes, "How much candy have you had?" And then she goes, "I didn't know D. I didn't know what overdosing was when I was 8.
Dude,
Yeah.
Danny's a fucking dog.
Danny is a
She's
dog,
seen
but
some
do you think that actress was learning a whole bunch of shit on the set that like she had no concept of?
I don't know. I feel like the existence of child actors in the early 90s was a pretty fucking rough road to hoe.
Yeah, maybe. I will say another thing that aged awfully is the careers of the 3 child actors in this movie.
Have they done anything?
Omri Katz, who plays Max, did essentially 2 more movies after this. One was like I think he did like 1 TV movie and then guest spotted on another show and then never was seen again.
Well,
I mean,
it's rough.
Thora Birch was in American Beauty, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess she did okay for a
You
bit.
know, like on most of the short lists of people's best movies of all time.
I think Vanessa Shaw, who plays Allison, should have had a better career.
I would agree. Probably the best acting performance of the 3 children.
Well, Max certainly wasn't getting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That dude looked like
who is Max's like uncle or like brother-in-law on the casting team for this movie. Like I have no idea how he got
How do you go from Leo to him?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? You auditioned Leo DiCaprio and landed on him? There's nothing
He's literally
in between?
just the next name on the pile. That's it's either nepotism or it's just like they were backed into a corner like he's here.
Yeah, for real.
You're our new Max.
That dude was like a grip that they were like, get in. Like subbed him in.
I can confirm though, Omri Katz owns and operates a cannabis company as of 2025.
That tracks.
Shout out. What's
and
the name
Thora
of this company? Future Popcorn and Root Beer sponsor.
For real. Black Flame Candle Cannabis.
Oh, that would be so sick if they tied it into the show.
Now I'm curious. I have to figure it out.
All right. Let's move on to another
The
category. while
Merry
Jake does that.
Danksters.
It sucks.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that kind of blows.
Nice try, Omri.
But if they want to sign up for a sponsorship program, absolutely fire name.
Yeah, I
Yep.
hope they don't
Like
watch this
dank,
episode.
because like weed is dank. Anyways.
Mary Jane joke.
Oh fuck. Layers to this.
It's something. I hope they don't watch this episode before they sponsor us. Blink and you miss a gem. Something that like hidden detail or something small, just like a little thing. I will say I quote it way too often because it doesn't fit at any point in any day life. But I think the way like Winifred really leans into like the Thackeray Binks, thy mangy feline, still alive. I think that's like the cuntiest line in the whole movie.
Yeah. I've got a few. So one thing that I learned, the bugs are real. So Sarah Jessica Parker actually
weren't
eats a
stunt bugs?
real spider. And when the moths fly out of whoever's mouth, they actually had put a bunch of moths in their mouth.
Oh, yes. And I want to talk
Yo.
about Billy for a second because the guy who plays him, I was like, I know him from somewhere, and I think he's a character actor, and I like knew it. If anyone watches What We Do in the Shadows, he is the like lead vampire there, like the old
Baron
the Baron.
Athanas.
Yes. He's the Baron.
Hmm.
That man has had a career though that's like full of like weird characters. Like that's
Yep.
all that man does.
He is typecast.
It's very interesting to me. Eric, did you have any
He's the Bye Bye Man, which is the worst horror movie ever made.
Yes, that's really bad. Not Ouija. Tara was also up there as one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen.
He's also in Ouija, Origin of Evil. He's the ghoul Marcus.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's just like the Pied Piper of shit horror movies.
Yeah,
he
pretty
really
much.
is. Eric, do you have a blink and you miss it?
Yeah, because I blinked apparently the dozen or so times that I watched this previously and missed it. Going back to that lovely hanging scene that we opened the movie with, as the sisters are being strung up, you see them donning the classic Wicked Witch of the East striped socks and curly toed shoes, and I was like, "Oh, look at that!" Didn't even realize.
I didn't even catch that. I've never caught that.
I was worried because I was like, I need to find some like little nugget in here that's gonna be like this like crazy bespoke like little nuance thing, and then just like as I was like halfway paying attention, I'm like, oh, I know those socks. I was immediately Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's actually that's super sick though. That's like funny. I like that. I like that a lot.
I actually have two more hidden details that I realized. Max's shirt is the colors that the three witches wear. The tie-dye shirt he wears at the school.
Okay.
It's that.
Okay.
That's a
and
cool
then
one.
the fake cop. They should have known right away he was a fake cop because on the like Salem police badge on his jacket, it's a witch.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I, as a full-grown adult, would not be surprised if the actual Salem Police Department had a witch on their badge right now.
You know what?
Now
I'll go.
You could completely convince me of that.
After
Like,
Halloween season, because everyone goes for Halloween season.
Oh,
right?
no,
So,
they do.
wow.
Fuck yeah.
That's amazing. You know what? I was gonna go check like next time I'm in Salem, which you can't go right now because there's no parking. Because it's so crowded. It's unbelievably crowded for all of October. It's a nightmare. Yeah. Oh, what's aged the worst? Going to the police for help with random witches, I think has aged pretty poorly.
Impersonating a police officer, even on Halloween, crime.
Fact.
That is a crime. Yeah,
It's
you
a
can't
felony.
and you can't pretend to like you can dress up as a cop. You can't offer advice or like commands to children as a cop.
And you can't like legitimately wear a legitimate police department attire. Like if you're gonna play a cop,
slutty
it has to be very obvious you're not a real cop.
Have you guys ever dressed as a slutty anything?
I mean,
No.
just every day of my life.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I do wear hoochie daddy shorts a lot.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
Buy
Nice.
tattoos.
Nice.
Yep,
nice. I asked Eric this on the IBT, but you know what? This is a new podcast. So what's your guys' favorite Halloween costume you've ever had?
I still haven't come up with mine. The only one that comes to mind is I dressed up as the Jim Carrey Riddler in the late 90s.
That's
Like
a
the
cool
orange
one.
hair and
Nice.
like a big like
That's a cool one.
green spandex suit.
I will stand by my. When I was a child, I was Psyduck, and that was pretty sick.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm
Mine
gonna be
is
Psyduck this year, confirmed.
Okay, gotta send a picture.
mine is actually the costume that I have planned for this year. One of our friends is throwing a Halloween party, and the theme is like is like dead people, essentially. Like you have to dress up as
Sure.
a dead person. So I'm getting a gorilla costume, and I'm going to dress up as Harambe.
That's a good one.
Oh,
I like
rest in
that.
power.
Yeah, it
And I'm
really
going to
everything
carry
went to
around a
shit
little
after that.
child. I'm going to get a doll too, and just carry a
Baby
child
doll.
around.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
The day everything went to shit. All right. The how did this get made choice. Baffling but fascinating decision by the filmmakers. How the fuck did an 8-year-old know what a virgin was? That is top of the list.
Yeah.
We really got a 90-minute movie about people luring children to their death.
Yeah, that's a tough
Made
sell.
by Disney.
Is that
Right?
I don't think I asked this, but can this movie get made today?
I think it'd be way better if they made it today.
Can it be made today with the same premise though of like luring children out of their homes to their death?
I mean, kind of.
I
yeah.
think so.
Is it still pulling a PG rating?
No, if you're making this
No,
movie now, it's
absolutely
got to be an R-rated movie. There's
Yeah.
no way.
This movie is definitely a PG-13 today. If it was released as is today, PG-13, right?
Yeah, probably just
I would
PG.
say.
With all the talk of virgins,
No.
the dead children.
But that doesn't matter. It's like literally like to get a PG-13 rating, you just have to like
And
swear
it's kind
a
of
few times.
scary. I think it's scary too. Like, because I know The Conjuring got an R rating just based on how scary it was. No one says an F word in all of The Conjuring.
True.
Interesting.
So I think material, like, because you can often see like language, sex, nudity,
True.
Yeah.
horror, terror will like get you like a rating. I think this is a PG-13 movie all day.
I think it is too. And it's like this is like the one of the embodiments of like those like 80s and 90s era films where it's like, yeah, there's some problematic shit in here, but the kids that it's not appropriate for probably aren't going to pick up on it. So whatever, just send it. We want those extra tickets flying out of the box office.
Yeah, I agree. All right, what next? All right, let's be a little positive here. We'll MVP of the movie. If you're giving out an Oscar, who's getting it?
I mean, it's clearly Winifred.
It's Binks. Binks deserves that Oscar.
Which one? All right, let's talk about Binks for a second because he's played by two different people.
Voice actor Binks.
Voice actor Binks gets it.
Yep. For outstanding voice acting in a children's horror film.
Okay, I'm giving it to. I think I give it to Winifred. It's either that or the sound, right? The soundtrack gets it because you got I Put a Spell on You.
Oh, wow.
You got Sarah's
We're actually
song.
running through like legitimate award categories here.
Oh yeah, we play with the big boys here. Let me tell you.
Let me think about cinematography real quick.
Best special
They would get a
effects.
Razzie.
They convincingly hung 3 women and then blew up a house.
True.
Right?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Makeup, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, makeup. I'd say costume design probably would at least get nominated.
All right, I do have another question that's probably unanswerable. Sarah Jessica Parker, I thought she was famous because of this movie because I grew up at a time where I didn't know what Sex and the City was. So, is Sarah Jessica Parker's fame congruent with her filmography, or is she way more famous than she probably deserves to be?
I now have to look this up just to be sure.
She
was in Footloose.
Think she's more famous than she should be because I'm not a Sex and the City fan.
Right. I think so too, because I know who Sarah Jessica Parker is. Like, you just know her. And I'm like, outside of Hocus Pocus and Sex and the City, I could not tell you who the fuck what else she's in.
She was borderline on my like blink and you miss it radar because even though I had seen this movie many times over, there was a long stretch of my life in my viewership of this film where like I didn't realize that was Sarah Jessica Parker.
It took me way too long to realize
way long. Like
going back and rewatching it, I'm like, I like this version of her. This is the one. This is the Sarah Jessica Parker like I want more of.
I think she
Not
could have
like
had a real
this,
good
like,
career out of this.
Piffy, intellectual, Sex and the City version of herself, right?
Yeah, lean more into the comedy aspects.
Yeah,
Be more
She's
of
great.
a like if her and Lisa Kudrow just kind of like flipped careers. I think she plays a fun,
please.
like a better ditzy person than Lisa Kudrow does.
Mhm.
Oh, I won't have Lisa Kudrow slander on my
It's
show.
it's not slander,
No.
but if you flipped careers,
Do you think Lisa Kudrow does worse as Sarah?
yeah,
Probably. But also, I have a real hard time picturing anyone else as Sarah.
Okay, that's fair. Do you think Sarah Jessica Parker as Sarah looked hot enough to be considered a seductress?
yes,
Yes.
Okay, I was just asking my straights. I don't know.
Yeah. Both on merit, but also
On
as
cleavage?
as a representative member of the straights on tonight's episode. a lot of what you're measuring on is relative, right?
Mhm.
Like
Sure.
she's stomping around with her sisters all the time.
Yeah. All right. I get that.
It's
yeah.
hard to be that pale and still be attractive.
Is it?
kinda
Can I
killed
ask
that.
you guys like? And listen, I'm not saying like I don't know what attractive women look like, but I'm attracted to men. So what attracts
You
me
see
to them,
Steve.
like, is it because like her tits are basically like just in your face the entire movie?
No,
No.
Her face
Doesn't
is
hurt.
doing it for you.
yeah, she's
I'm
objectively attractive.
I think Sarah Jessica Parker is
take a
attractive.
bit of a side door on this one. Objectively attractive, yes. Also, her energy, very attractive.
Yep.
Fun person to be around. Type of person I want to spend time with.
You know what? She does seem like a good hang, right? Like I
Yep.
think
Yeah.
Sarah is a good hang.
For sure.
Fully.
Like it feels like she kind of just gets caught up in the whole thing, right? Like she's like, these are my sisters. I got to do what I got to do, but like, I'm here for a good time, not really to.
Dude, always bringing the fun, right? Like down to ride. Doesn't
Well,
matter what you're doing.
She got on that bus and was like immediately like, great time, fantastic
exactly.
moment here.
Everyone on that
That
bus is
she's
happy that
dancing
she's
with
there.
the guy dressed as Satan.
Loved that too. His wife,
Yep.
not so much.
She's dancing around the house and actually remembers part of the potion that everybody else can't remember. She's like, dead man's toe. They're like, shut up, I'm trying to think. It's like, no, she was right.
Yeah, like I understand. Like I think she's really fun. I also understand where Winifred's coming from when she gets furious with her, though. Like you're trying to do something.
Yeah, but Winifred
this is like older
kind of a
sibling
bitch.
controlling stuff.
No,
Yeah.
but like, all right, you're trying
Also,
to do
I
a
feel like
potion because you're
we're
like
kind of
actively
backdooring
dying.
our way into a Sarah for MVP nod here.
Well, that's
kind
what
of
I'm kind of
are.
getting at. Like, I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, I felt like this was a potential like thread we could explore, and I think Sarah,
yeah.
like, I think her song is wildly overshadowed as well. That's a very
Mhm.
creepy, catchy song, and she does a very good job with it.
She does. I mean, there's not much oxygen left in the room after I put a spell on you, right?
Right. But like I will say also, again, for a children's movie, what she's doing on that broom, like there's a lot of gyrating going on. There's a lot of like
She was feeling something.
she's like very feeling herself and she's singing about luring children. I just feel like that scene, like again, is like, what the fuck is going on here?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Fully.
Like realistically, all the teenage boys of Salem should have been like, oh, and like walking toward that house, right? And then
But
that
the
one, and then
spell
like
apparently didn't work on
those two girls
teenagers.
with like really short haircuts also going to Sarah's house.
I'm still confused that the spell
I also
didn't work on
what is a
teenagers, but
child? Yeah, what is a child in this world? Good point, Jake.
the spell
Because
didn't work on them, but also would have been
Worked on all the
acceptable
kids.
to suck up their energy sources.
so Max counts, right? But why weren't him, Danny, and Allison also lured
Right.
to the cabin?
Plot flaw. Problem.
Yeah.
That's a big plot flaw. That's a big plot hole right
big
there.
hole.
That's a
Yeah.
big hole. That's a hole big enough for Clyde Edwards-Helaire to run through. For all my fantasy football
Yo.
fans.
Random strays.
I'm gonna keep Winifred and the soundtrack as my MVPs.
Still going
You
with
can pick
Binks.
between the two.
Binks is that dog. Cat.
How
dog.
how
I'm
would you
switching
feel if
over. I'm switching over to Sarah. I'll do it.
Sarah gets a
I'll take the dark
wow.
horse.
All right. How do you think the human Binks felt when they were like, "Hey, we went with someone else"? Because he actually recorded all the lines and then they re-recorded them.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's
It's
brutal.
better without his voice. I'll tell you that much.
Whew.
That's brutal, right?
That's
How about
brutal.
Yeah.
how about the person who dragged the movie down? Who did the most damage to this movie? Who was the biggest detriment? Or what was, I guess.
I wrote the entire fucking movie.
That's not a good answer.
I know.
We need-
I did
we
it
need
just for just to jab it in one more time. No, the worst part of the movie was like I think just and this is going to be controversial, the sisters. Like they could have been so much better as a whole,
Oh,
like
it's
as a
potential
unit
thing. Okay.
Yeah. Like the potential of the sisters should have been so much better. And if they weren't so unbelievably stupid at being witches, then they probably succeed. And then we have a reason for sequels.
I think, yeah. So, like, yeah, right. An argument could be made that if they didn't get so obsessed with getting Danny and just like they had two
Take to anyone.
children, they had two children locked up in their house, like for what,
The
8
entire time.
hours before the movie. Like they had the
She can
two
just
children.
sing
they're stomping
and
around
the
on
entire
Halloween night.
town
There's,
goes
like-
there.
Yeah. They're
Right.
just
Like,
like
there was,
unmonitored
because-
children walking through the night all
I
night
guess
long.
they were playing it as like Winifred's ego got bruised when Danny called her ugly.
I don't care if I'm dying. I don't give a shit about my ego. I'm taking the first child that I can
I know,
learn in
but
my
that's
room.
like her. That's her
Don't
fatal flaw.
Quote me on that. Take that out.
That's a bad
Yeah,
quote.
cut
That's a
that,
bad
cut
quote.
that.
In the
that.
sense of the movie,
I'm
I'm taking the first child I could sacrifice.
I'll tell you, I had Emily as the worst performance in this. That girl gave nothing the entire time. Like, she was in the movie for like maybe 45 seconds total and was an absolute drag to watch. Like, she sat stoically as these witches were brewing a potion to kill her. And then they sucked the life out of her. She sat stoically. And then all she did was drop her head down. And then at the very end, she comes back and is like, Thackeray Binks. I'd be like, you know what? I forgot how annoying you were. I'm not going toward her.
Mm-hmm.
I was also dumbfounded at like the lack of concern or urgency from Emily in that moment. Like she was very like, let's see how this plays out. It's like, no, man, like you're not tied
Very
down.
strange.
To be
Fucking make
fair,
moves.
was under a siren's spell. To be fair.
I don't know. Everyone else seemed awfully concerned. Although,
But also, if they could sing her in, why wasn't Thackeray, whatever the fuck his name is, why wasn't he lured? Why wasn't the other teenager lured?
why wasn't his
Plot
dad
hole.
more concerned?
Wasn't a child.
Like, his dad, like the Binks father, moved on awfully quick from the fact that his daughter was dead and his son was missing.
Yeah, and Binks
I
was trying to
feel-
tell
I
him.
feel
Binks
like-
was hanging out at his feet.
Well,
Right?
she
Called him a
could talk.
beast and kicked him.
Why didn't he say, Dad, hey?
Probably didn't know
Hey,
he
Dad.
could talk then. I feel like talking after
Wouldn't
you've
you
been
have
magically
tried?
transformed into a cat. I feel like that part of that 300 years was him figuring
If
out how to
I
do
am
that.
magically transformed into a cat, the first words out of my mouth are, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'll
but-
figure it out real quick that I can talk.
But you got to figure
I'm-
out how to get your vocal cords from just going like meow
It's
to
different
words.
tools, right?
I-
I actually this ties up a previous plot hole of why Thackeray Binks was just chilling at the house for 300 years. He was working. He was in the lab working on that lexicon.
You think he's
right?
working on his
So
game?
that
Like, he
when-
had this,
yeah,
like-
exactly.
Oh man. No, but like the father gets there, right? And he's like, I'll ask you one more time. What hast thou done with my son Thackeray? No mention of his daughter, who is now dead. I know women weren't as valued at this time, but I feel like just on ego alone, he would have been like, wow, you killed my daughter, like we'll fight. He hangs them and just walks away. The whole town's like, all right,
Done and done.
done and done. I guess we've taken care of that. We'll never know what happened to Thackeray. Like, did this man
He'll
go to
show
his grave
up.
looking for him? No other ghost showed up looking for Thackeray, right? Only the sister did.
Right?
Where was she doing? Why was her soul like hovering around?
her soul was
What if-
absorbed by the sisters. So it wasn't until the sisters were truly dead
But they were dead, like, for 300
but they weren't like
years.
spiritually dead.
Yeah.
I feel like we filled in
They're
that
just
plot hole
like
for them.
they're just like in waiting, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help this movie out any way I can. This is like a 2.1.
I think you're
movie
helping
on a
them out a
scale of
lot
10.
with that one. I think you're helping them out with a lot with that one. Eric, did you have an LVP that we didn't mention?
I did. And it might be a little bit spicy. I think it's Max.
Oh, he's right there with him.
Yeah.
In the light of this potentially or theoretically being Leonardo DiCaprio, and now it's ends up being who Max was, right? But like, just like kind of a like, I don't know, boilerplate sort of milquetoast bland protagonist. His arc was like super basic, right? It was like brooding outsider teen learns to open up his heart, and a valuable lesson follows, or whatever, right? Like, just seemed like they kind of mailed it in with this whole character. Not to mention it just like, as a character, dude couldn't get out of his own way, right? Like,
Literally couldn't get out
so
of his
many
own way.
opportunities set in front of him, and it just like continued to trip over his own feet.
Yeah, I also there's an LVP that I think needs to be nominated. Maybe not win, but it goes to Jake's point about the sisters being kind of dumb. Did they have no concept of what dying would feel like, and they just kept guessing at it? Because like 3 different times in this movie, Max tricks them with the headlights, with the sprinklers,
Yeah.
and like each time they're like, and like fake
Get
die.
under shelter.
Like one time they actually just fall to the ground and fake die, and I'm like, are you just anticipating that this is what it's going to be like?
They've also actually
they've already
died.
they've already died, right?
They got hung.
Not only
They're
that,
the experts on this.
Not only that, right? But like the burning rain of death, whatever, scares the shit out of them. They get thrown into a kiln and set on fire at one point in this movie.
Yep. I feel the cold breath of death on my neck.
I will say Winifred has some amazing quotes in this movie. There are some quotes that just are incredible. All right, you guys ready for some? Oh wait, we got one more. Hot Take Hall of Fame. Spicy opinion about the film that needs defending. I'll start. This is far and away Bette Midler's best performance ever. In any movie, bar none. This is the best Bette Midler ever was.
I won't go as far as saying it's the best that she ever was, but it's one of the few times where I feel like I could actually see her being her character.
I think this is the first time that Bette Midler, and probably the only time that Bette Midler strapped a movie to her back and said, I will carry this to the finish line.
Yeah.
And you can legitimately say this was her 2016 LeBron movie.
Who's Draymond Green in this scenario?
Max. Everything he could to sabotage this movie. Yeah. Everything he could to sabotage this movie.
This thing down.
But this movie does not work if Bette Midler doesn't buy in so hard.
Yeah.
That's a fair statement.
Yep.
Like, not only does it not work, it's a colossal failure. Like,
I mean, it was anyway, but
it was box office wise, but I think it released at a weird time too. I think they released this in like July.
Yeah.
So like Disney didn't believe in it to begin with, but it's become like a cult classic. It's a staple.
It made like 6x on DVD sales than it did in the box office.
So it wound up getting second life, and I literally think it's because Bette Midler was like, I am going to give everything I got to this role.
Probably. Can't say I disagree. My hot take, the movie is objectively terrible, but it has the makings of a good movie if you gave me better cast, better director, a better budget, and made it R-rated.
So if it wasn't this movie, it would be a better movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's the okay. Jake wants this to be the witch. I do love the witch. Yeah, so like that's what Jake wants this to be. I'll give it to you. I don't think this is a good movie in the sense of like, wow, what a piece of cinema that was. It's a good movie in the sense of like, it's just a good time. You know,
you had a good time.
I do. I enjoy it every year. Every October, I get very excited to watch Hocus Pocus. And usually when I'm in like a funk, I'll say it's a comfort movie for me. When I'm in like a real funk,
that's fair.
And I need to get out of it. I throw this movie on and I just feel so much better.
Yeah,
campy, nostalgic.
I turned it on
and it's so campy. It's so campy.
Yeah. I turned it on and was counting down the minutes until I could get back to Linus Tech Tip YouTube videos. So that should say everything.
There's a headspace you have to be in for this movie. That
for
is
sure.
Very,
yeah,
it's very real.
I would have probably enjoyed this way more if I was high.
Okay, that's fair. Eric,
That's right.
what's your hot take?
I don't really have a hot take about this one.
We had a lot of hot
I
takes
think
throughout
that
the show, so that's fair.
yeah, I mean, maybe I'll double back on Max, just like get out of my face with him and his performance. But in reality,
if Allison becomes the lead instead of Max, is this a better movie?
Infinitely.
yes.
I agree. Why was Vanessa Shaw not a bigger star?
I don't know.
Hard to say. Life comes at you fast.
It does. She's had a long career. She's done stuff. It's just
she's
never,
still doing stuff.
Like she's still doing stuff. It's just she's kind of just there. Like she guest spots on shows all the time.
Honestly, like I think that's like the most desirable of the Hollywood career arc, to just be like a working actor and just have jobs left and right, and you're on and off set, right? Like, but never quite break through to like the upper echelon.
I think you need one.
There's something glamorous about that.
I think you need one like upper echelon thing, so you have money put away.
Like Hocus Pocus.
No, like you know what you need is like
you need to be like Ellen Pompeo with Grey's Anatomy. You need the Meredith Grey, because that allows you to truly just do whatever the fuck you want with the rest of your time.
Hugh Laurie as House, right? Like that's his like crowning achievement. He's never done anything close to that since
Zach Braff and Scrubs.
Same thing, right? Like that's the kind of shit.
I mean, those commercials.
But that's the point. Like you need that one
actor.
big thing to constantly have the opportunities.
Yeah, like John Cena's got Peacemaker, and now he could do whatever he wants for the rest of his life because he's got that in the bag that he's got paid. You got to get paid once.
I mean, he was doing just fine before Peacemaker. But
he was doing great. And I think that loses its appeal. Like I like the idea of like a lunch pail toting working actor, like a Ham and Egger, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, that's fine. You like the journeyman. You like a journeyman, you know?
Exactly.
Like
big Brian Robinson guy.
Yeah, you like that committee running back guy.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Comes in and ruins your bell cow running back.
Speaking of ruined bell cow running backs, as we record this live, Chase Brown has 2 receptions, both of them going for negative yards.
Love that.
He does have 106 rushing yards, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to get excited about it. Legacy test. Is this movie an essential movie? Is it still essential today to the Halloween season? I'm going to say
no.
I think it is.
No.
Yeah, it's 2-1. You lose.
I'm used to it on this show.
Not on merit. It's just like it's part of like it's canon when it gets to spooky season. This is like on the short list of things that you watch when you're getting into.
No, I want to watch scary movies. I would rather watch Scary Movie than this.
I mean, you need a palate cleanser, right?
Yeah, you do. You do. This is a good movie. All right, you guys ready for a bunch of bizarre questions and awards that you guys weren't able to prepare for?
Yes.
Nope.
This is just off the dome. You just got to be as nice or as mean as possible. All right, the Florence Pugh I Understood the Assignment Award for elevating the movie beyond what it deserves.
Bette Midler.
Who's it going to?
Yeah, Winifred.
Right away. Bette
Easy.
Midler. The Turn It Up Award for a scene that demands full volume every time. Are we any of us in disagreement that I put a spell on you?
Yeah, that easy.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Is Dadcula the worst nickname of all time?
No, but it's close.
Yeah, it's definitely like podium worthy. It's in the conversation.
It's on the podium.
It's making the Olympics.
Puns. Is this the worst or is Blackula worse?
I think Blackula's better.
You're gonna put Blackula. Yeah. I'll put Blackula ahead of it. All right. So is Dadcula the worst vampire pun ever made in movies, at least mainstream?
I think so, but I'm also struggling to grab any other ones besides.
Yeah, I'll give it to it
or Dadcula.
I think Dadcula is pretty awful, like just objectively.
Yeah,
pretty terrible.
Yeah.
It's definitely on the podium of worst nicknames of all time. One prop you'd take from this set. I'm taking the book.
Yeah, it's the book. I don't know. I'll take the candle.
You want the candle?
Yeah.
I want the vacuum.
You want the vacuum?
Oh, that vacuum's sick.
That's the best part of the movie is when she's flying on the vacuum.
That was funny. That is funny. She's so good. She's so funny in everything she's in. She should have been a bigger star as well. I don't
Yeah.
like that she wasn't. She was very good in Rat Race too, which is also a strangely funny
I
movie.
mean, how
Ooh,
dare you not
Monday.
mention Sister Act as we're talking about Jimmy's filmography?
You know what? So again, like it kind of slipped my mind that she was in Sister Act at all. I always think of
Disrespectful.
Whoopi, and I think of Professor McGonagall there, and her name is slipping my mind, and I can't.
Dame Maggie
remember.
Smith.
Dame Maggie
Mhm.
Smith. Thank you.
R.I.P.
Should Rat Race be a take 2? One of these episodes.
I mean,
Rat
sounds
Race?
like Sister Act should be. Get your priorities straight.
I think I get to pick the next one.
What are you thinking?
I don't know.
No,
But I'll
'cause
figure
you know
it
what?
out.
You'll have us watching some fuck ass movie.
No, it's gonna be good. No, I have it. I know what we're watching. We're doing Big Daddy.
All right, I can do Big Daddy. We'll run it by
Love it.
the boss man. We'll take it up the ladder. Is this a good movie to lose your virginity to?
No.
What kind of freak a leak shit are you?
It's a random question.
You
It's
got
a
to lose your
staple question.
virginity like the rest of us with Family Guy on in the background.
Oh man, is that how it happened?
Yep.
Oh, that's rough.
Peter.
No fucking way did you lose it with.
I'm holding Hooters.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Would adding Steven Tyler as the fourth Sanderson sister have worked?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great
So many scarves.
Him
Just
or
the-
Gene
just the
Simmons.
kerchief
Either one
game.
would have worked.
I think if Steven
Yeah.
Tyler said absolutely nothing the entire movie, they never acknowledged that it's a man play. Like they just dressed like Steven Tyler as Steven Tyler standing on set as the fourth Sanderson sister,
Yeah.
silently standing there. I think that works incredibly well.
Mike stand and all.
Yes. Is this the most the word virgin has ever been said in a movie?
No, 40-year-old
A
virgin.
Disney movie.
40-year-old virgin might have it. Yeah, Disney movie for sure. That's, hey, listen, this movie's all about being a virgin and the troubles that come with that. Like, that's why I was asking if it was a good movie to learn.
The fact that Like a Virgin never made an appearance in the film, plot hole.
That sounds
Spent
like a
all that
budget
money
problem.
paying Bette Midler.
Probably.
That sounds like a budget problem. What is the life lesson of this movie?
Don't light random candles.
I think it's have
Yeah.
sex young.
Fair.
Just get this out the way.
Being a virgin's dangerous. That's a dangerous thing.
There's going to be a whole generation of kids that watch this episode that are like, look, you're doing a public service here, okay?
Mom,
You don't
Dad,
want to inadvertently light a candle.
look what can happen if I don't do it.
I can't wait. I hope Seth watches this episode because I can't wait for the messages I'm gonna get from our boss. That's like, what the fuck was going on there?
Jake said he wants to kidnap children. Steve's telling kids to start fucking.
And I'm asking
Hey,
if it's a good movie to lose your
cut that.
virginity to.
Don't call back to it.
We're not cutting anything.
We cut nothing.
Keep it in there.
It's the only R-rated show left on IBT. All right, the Jared Leto Memorial Overcommitment Award for the actor that's doing way too much in a movie that didn't ask for it. I'm giving it to the bus driver. What the hell was going on with that? That was sending
Bus driver
that's a great
or
shout.
Satan guy.
Satan also.
I was going to say the Satan dad. Yeah. That was
Satan,
exactly what came
both
to
those
mind.
people were chewing that set up. Like that was crazy.
They were like, "This is my time to shine."
Literally, they're like, "This is my movie." The bus driver especially had "This is my movie" energy.
They both had the energy where like they were like the janitors on the set, and they were like, "Hey, you get in here!" And they're like, "Oh,
I'm
just,
not
jazzed to be there."
Not convinced that either of them weren't at least 80% convinced that this movie was actually softcore porn.
Bus driver especially, like the bus driver especially, that scene, you could tell he was sending it a little hard for a kid's movie.
Way too hard.
No pun intended.
He was. Anyways.
This movie is weirdly sexual, I think. Like I you know what? I stand by that.
Yeah.
I stand by that. Final question. Is this movie for the girlies, the gays, or the straights?
I'm gonna give it to the gays.
I think it's for the gays.
I would think so, yeah.
All right, we're in unanimous.
There's a lot of like drag brunch energy, especially with the sisters.
Facts.
Yeah. And like I've seen drag queens actually dress as Winifred and do like a whole "I put a spell on you" lip sync. So
Fully.
like
Thing I didn't know thing I didn't know belonged on my bucket list that is now on my bucket list.
Oh, it's a great time. And I don't even like drag that much. Like as much as, I support it, but I just don't love going because I always, why I don't like it? I'm just going to be honest. I always get pulled on stage.
Mm.
And like, I guess that's a compliment in some ways. Like they're like, oh, you're cute, get on stage. And like, that's not like me trying to like stroke my own ego. It's just what happens. But I hate being on stage. I don't want to be in front of people like that. I'm just here to enjoy the show. I don't want to be part of the show. If I wanted to be part of the show, I'd sign up.
Preach, King.
Get that. I've been pulled on stage at a Jabberwocky show twice in my life.
Like the dance group?
Too. Yeah.
They pull people on
you
stage?
get up here.
Wow. Do you got moves? Is that why? Are you just out there like grooving like
now I do. I've been jumped in.
You've been here like an honorary Jabberwocky at this point.
Yeah, right. I got the mask hanging up behind me just in case a fucking a dance circle breaks out.
That's sick. That's a cool thing to be pulled on to. Damn. Now I'm jealous. All right. Final segment of the night, recasting the roles. If the movie was made today, who's playing the following characters? Let's start with Max. Eric.
Yep. Go, Eric.
No, Jake, get in there.
I went with Finn Wolfhard.
Same. Fuck yeah.
See, I thought about him. I like it. All right. Why did you guys go with Finn Wolfhard?
Gives kind of that same like goofy out of town kid hippie-esque vibe they were kind of going for.
Is Finn Wolfhard attractive enough to be able to pull an Allison?
I mean, neither is Max.
If you wait until
wait a minute, hang on. I think at the time in the 90s, Max is pretty much every.
Yeah, he was every Disney lead.
Yeah,
male.
every Disney Channel like love interest looked like Max.
If you wait until we get to my recast of Allison, it'll make a lot of sense why I went with Finn Wolfhard.
Spoiler alert. In Stranger Things.
Possibly.
Yeah. I went with Tanner Buchanan as Max.
Yeah.
I went with like a real hunk. We're gonna save Winifred till the end. Let's do Allison next.
I went with Millie Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Solid.
Did you also?
No, I did not. I went out of the acting realm a little bit. I don't know why. I feel like Olivia Rodrigo would be a good Allison.
I thought so too.
That's a good one.
I almost went with her.
I chose Rachel Zegler as
good pick.
Allison. I don't know why. I think she just needs to be in more shit. I'm a big Rachel Zegler fan.
I also almost went with Mikey Madison.
Ooh. She'd be a good Sarah as well. Sneaky pick for Sarah.
I like my Sarah though.
I do too.
I think I like mine too.
Binks.
I went voice actor Binks, and I'm casting Josh Gad.
Okay.
Binks is going to be a little more quirky in my remake.
Yeah, that's an odd one. I went with Hero Finds Tiffin. I wanted him to be kind of hot.
I didn't recast Binks.
Why?
I don't know. I don't feel like I have a really good like gauge on voice actors, and like as I was thinking through it like with more of like the traditional actors, it was hard for me to just like isolate their work from their voice. Like a lot of their voices I associate with their characters, and it just kind of got me jammed up. So I just opted out on Binks. An actual black cat that can talk. That would be my recast.
That'd be
Make
cool.
it happen.
That'd be cool. I like
the same voice actor, just with better CGI.
Yeah, would also get behind that.
I can let that happen. All right, let's do the sisters. Let's start with Mary. I'll start.
I went 80
Melissa
Bryant
McCarthy.
for Mary.
Who?
Yeah, same energy. I went with 80 Bryant from SNL.
Okay. All right. I went with Melissa McCarthy.
I went with Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
It felt like
it's
low
so
hanging
obvious
when I picked her, and I was like, it's not terribly exciting, but like, wouldn't she kill it?
Oh yeah.
I think it was.
That was the one that like her and Winifred were like the quickest possible recast for me.
I wonder if we have the same Winifred. Sarah though. Let's start with Sarah. Eric.
Oh, I wanted to go last. I'm gonna give Sarah to Gus Burney. Effervescent, kind of this like haunting charm, but also playful. I think she would crush it.
Am I just out of the loop on who this person is?
You are. She's most recently playing in The Black Rabbit on Netflix.
What's her name?
Gus Burney.
How do you
Black Rabbit
spell
was
that?
good.
Gus is Gus. Bernie is Birney.
I can't even find her on that list.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Your loss.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. You know what? Good pick. I like that. All right. I'll give it to you. I really am out of touch with that. I went with Aubrey Plaza
I could see that for
as
sure.
Sarah. Love me some Aubrey Plaza. Wanted her and everything too. And I'm like, you know what? Sneakily attract. Like, I think she's a very attractive person who never gets to just be the attractive person.
That's fair. Even when she plays an attractive person, it's like what's that movie with Zac Efron and De Niro, where
where
she
like Dirty Grandpa or whatever. It is,
she
like Bad
flat out
Grandpa.
said when they were talking to her about like getting cast, she was like, "I'll do it only if I don't care about Zac Efron at all. Only if I can flirt with De Niro."
Yeah, like she never gets to just be
Good
like
energy.
the sexy person, even though she's like objectively very attractive.
Yep, it's a good pick.
And you were excited about your Sarah, Jake. Who'd you go with?
I went with Amanda Seyfried.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that a lot. She needs to be in more shit too.
Agreed.
But now, the main event. Winifred Sanderson. Who's carrying it, Jake?
I went Helena Bonham Carter.
Fantastic pick. She'd crush it.
Yeah. Again, that was just one that just like jumped off immediately. I was
Also
like, I
has a
know who I
musical-
would pick this is.
She has a musical background to get it done.
Yep.
I like
Has
that.
done creepy shit before too.
Yes, she's very good at that. She's good at playing characters. Eric, who do you got as Winifred?
I've got two. The immediate name that came to mind for me is Catherine O'Hara. I think that would be a really fun role to see her
Catherine
in.
O'Hara.
And then my honorable mention, because I love it when reboots do this, I'm going to reach back into the original cast, our original Danny. I think Thora Birch would be an interesting Winifred as well.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder
I
if
can
she's
see
got
it.
the musical chops to her to pull that off. I went with Lady Gaga as Winifred
I
Sanderson.
believe it's pronounced Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
I thought it was
as-
Gaja.
That's a new one. Lady Gaga has the musical chops to carry I
Yep.
Put a Spell on You, and she's a good enough actress to carry a movie that needs her to carry it.
Yeah, it's a good
So
pick.
I would strap this movie to Mother Monster and let her carry it as far as she can take us.
Respect.
I'm with it. Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, what's next is we've got more popcorn and root beer coming at you. After spooky season, it seems like we'll be bringing you more, but we'll be getting back to some of our betting stuff, more of our category, like normal shows. But if you enjoyed the rewatch, drop a comment, like this video, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it. If you didn't like this rewatch, subscribe, share, comment, tell your friends about it, tell them how bad it is, and they have to come watch it. Regardless, if you've stuck with us this long, it's been an hour and 13 minutes. You got to subscribe at this point. I mean, come on.
You're committed.
You're already committed. We just entertained you for an hour and 15 minutes. So please like and subscribe, and share. I just had a stroke right on.
I was gonna say you smell burnt toast.
Yeah, a little bit. I smell pennies. We've reached the sad part in our show though, where we have to say goodbye to all the people, because that is a wrap on Popcorn and Root Beer and our rewatch of Hocus Pocus. Comment below the next movie we should watch. We may go with Jake's suggestion of Big Daddy, but if enough of you kind of give us some ideas, we'll get to your rewatch. Or if we go with Sister Act, Eric, you'll have to come back for that one. We'll do a 4-banger with Trash.
Yep.
I will sing every song from the soundtrack if you invite me back for that.
Eric, are you coming back on for more popcorn and root beer episodes in
You
the
know
future?
this. You know this. Starting with Sister Act.
Love that. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Again, subscribe to the whole channel, leave a comment, and we will see you next time. Take care.